everyone. Welcome back. It's been a long time. Welcome to your favorite show on YouTube, the Stationery Fetishist. Now, I'm sorry I haven't been uploading with the regularity as is my wont. I was out of town for a while, doing this and that. Don't need to go into it, I don't think. However, one thing I did do whilst being out of town was I did end up doing some thrifting, some hashtag thrifting, some hauling of thrifted items, as we like to say here on social media. So today I'm going to share with you some of my thrifted items that I have hashtag hauled into my possession. Very excited to share those with you. And also I've got another gift from one of my loyal subscribers, which I will also share with you. It's quite an interesting piece, so stick around for that. We'll be looking at that at the end of the video. All right, so why don't we just start off with the first piece that I thrifted whilst on my travels. Now, as you can see here, it's a full box of barrel Murado pencils. Now, you remember, I think was my last, or maybe second to last, Stationery Fetishist video. I did a comparison of a couple of kinds of the Muradi, maybe I would call them, the Muradi. There was a made in the USA version by Schaefer, was it? I forget the brandage, but there was an earlier one from the early 2000s that was made in the United States, and then there was a more recent iteration made by Papermate, which was made in Mexico. I did a kind of a comparison, a contrasting of those two. Anyway, I won't talk too much about that. Look in the description below. I'll link to that. Anyway, I was extremely happy to find this. This is a much earlier version of the Murado pencil, classic writing pencil. So let's just take a look at the box here. Get it in the frame there nicely. You can see there's French on there because these are actually made in Canada for the Canadian market. You can see the copyright. Barrel Inc. Toronto, which is in Canada, if you're not aware. So let's open this up. I was really shocked, surprised, ecstatic to come across these in my thrifting travels this summer. So let's just stick this up in the corner there. Stick this up in the corner. And spread these out for your viewing pleasure. So you see we have a full box here. Let's just make those nice there. Full box of these beautiful eagle Muradi, I think would be the plural. I'll stick with that. So you can see, I'm sure you're familiar with my last video. Overall similar, very similar aesthetic. We've got the red band, the distinctive red band there. Just going to peek up and see if this is in focus. Is that in focus? Yeah, that's beautiful. So very similar. Of course, there's a different, distinct font, branded eagle, as opposed to, why can't I remember what the later one was before Papermate? Sanford, I believe. Anyway, these are branded Eagle, Murado, HB, that beautiful kind of an orangey yellow, beautiful. And we can see the embossed stamping here, embossed or debossed. Is that coming up in the camera there? We have made in, it's hard to see there, but it says made in Canada, chemi-sealed, super bonded, patented. Beautiful. All unsharpened. I'm sure this is a lovely cedar wood. So that is the first item, and really it's just an amazing find. So let's get on to the next one. I will first of all just set this up in frame nicely here. Over like this, maybe like that. That's nice. Okay, next, and this was actually bundled together with the Murado that I have here. Now this is an unopened set of 3 of the famous, absolutely ubiquitous Pentel high polymer super leads for mechanical pencils. Now, I don't usually delve into the world of mechanical pencils on the channel here. However, why not? It's kind of adjacent to normal wood case pencils, so why not? And you know, it has like that strong nostalgia for me as well. I remember seeing Pentel in the stores, and at the point that this was manufactured, made in Japan, it was the #1 selling lead in the United States. I really love them. I love this this aesthetic, the design of the packaging here. I mean the packaging of the individual lead sets. The cardboard clam case, no, not a clam case, but this cardboard packaging is whatever, mediocre, but the classic Pentel design is what I like of the little cases, individual cases there. Super high polymer lead, absolute classic, absolute classic. Beautiful. Now I'm just going to arrange this a little bit different here. So the next thing I'm extremely excited to share with you here. Now look at this exquisite set here. Now these were sent in by one of a really big patron of the channel, one of my loyal subscribers, Dot. Yeah, great patron of the channel. Thank you so much. Shout out to you for all you do for me and the channel. So what we have here is a set of, as you can read there, Coinor Rapidograph pens. Now, she was given these. She got them specifically for me. She knows my interests in the stationery field, so she kindly acquired these and sent them in to me. They are used, but absolutely exquisite. So let's just see what we've got in here. So we have some literature here, well used, details on cleaning, which is necessary for these. Now these are technical pens which give like a very fine, you can see a little doodle there, a little test, a very fine uniform line which they used to use for like graphic design and stuff like that back in the day, and art. I actually had one of these back in my artist days, my days as a bohemian artist. I had one of these, a 0.35 millimeter, I believe it was. Yeah, they're a great pen, high quality, beautiful, and just a pleasure to work with. Now, we've got a nice variety here. We've got the blue, which is, if it will focus on that, that's a 0.7 millimeter. We've got the brown. Let's get that into frame there. The brown is a 0.5 millimeter, a bit thinner. We got the gray, which is 0.35. I guess the one I had was not 0.35. Maybe it was 0.3. But anyway, the gray is 0.35. I remembered that incorrectly. I apologize for that. And then we have the 000, which is the 0.25 millimeter pen there. We've got a couple keys for removing the nibs here, which I'll demonstrate later, and a bottle of ink, which is looking a little grungy. I will not be using that. It's solidified in the corners there. I will not be using that in the pens. Now, I actually took these apart and I did my best to clean them. Now these hadn't been used in, it looked like, about 20 years or something. Basically the same situation with my my own personal Rapidograph pen. I put it away with the ink still in it, and basically hadn't touched it for 20 years. So these were all full of solidified ink. Now I'll just show you the mechanism here. So inside there is the reservoir for the ink, which comes off, and then it will feed in through the end of the nib apparatus, the nib housing there, and then be fed along through the tip of the nib. Now these were really clogged up, so what I did is I took some rubbing alcohol, soaked them in that, and did multiple applications, multiple cleanings with water and rubbing alcohol, and I seemed to get the worst of it out. Now, I will still need to do a little bit more cleaning, I think, before I actually put in some ink and start drawing with these. So what I've got here, I went and purchased some specific Rapido Ease cleaning solution. So I'll run that through them with my old bulb cleaner, which is to flush through the nib the cleaning solution. So that should remove any residual grime and grunge and grittiness that are in these pens. So I will be able to, give them a shot and maybe give you all a demonstration at some point. Now let me just remove this so it looks a little bit more aesthetic there for the thumbnail. And I actually, I went and bought a brand new bottle of the Rapidograph ink, so I'm all set to go once I give these the final clean. Beautiful. All right, so that was a quick one today. Some of my newest acquisitions. I know haven't been around for a while. I apologize for that, but things happen in one's life that you can't really control. Or maybe you can control them, but you feel like you can't control them, or you want to use that as an excuse, like in my case. I apologize for that. So let's just set these up for one final shot. Get that looking nice and aesthetic for you. I know you all love the aesthetic look. Beautiful and or aesthetic. All right, so that's about it for today. Thank you so much for watching till the end of the video, and hopefully we'll see you very soon, but I cannot guarantee it. Okay, thank you so much. Bye-bye.